I'm just so blessed with Ken, Bill, the men's group, this church, all of you. It's just been, I've been crying out for more, and God goes, here, come here. And it's like, it's been awesome. And carrying the Spirit over to our church, it's just been awesome. Healing testimony, anyway, I've been battling and being treated for the last 15 years. I had it since I was 35, non-Hodgkin's follicular lymphoma. And I'm the healthiest sick guy you ever seen. And my doctor's like, how is this possible? I was like, I serve a big God. Well, you know, something I thought, you know, like Satan always likes to throw something at you. And I was going to see my oncologist. I had this like little bump on my back. And I was like, I'm not concerned about it. And I showed it to her, and it was like, oh, it looks like a spider bite. It's like, well, it's not. She goes, well, I wouldn't be concerned about it. I see my dermatologist a couple of weeks ago. Good. Dermatologist looked at it, said the same thing. It looks like a spider bite. It's like, but it's not. She took a biopsy of it, and it came back last Monday as a form of lymphoma. I don't know anything other than that. My wife's like been going through a difficult time with it. I'm not too worried. In fact, I'm not worried, actually, because she prayed over that. Well, Bill prayed over it, and I expected it to be gone last Tuesday, and I'm like, it's still there. Well, whatever you want to do. And then she prayed, my wife prayed over for me on Wednesday, and she was reluctant, but our pastor said, you need to pray for your husband, and to curse it. Well, the following day, she prayed over me and cursed it, and the lump on my back is completely gone. This was here and it's not here, so. And that's just the start of my testimony. But
Dear Father, it happened again. Your divine hand is blessing me once again. Yesterday, Wanda and I were shopping at the dollar store. When I came out, the trunk of my car would not open. Nothing I could do would open it. Not the fob, not the dashboard release, nothing would open the trunk. Wanda wanted me to go to Ace Hardware and get a new battery for my key fob, but I didn't want to pay for it when my car is still under warranty. So I put this little inconvenience on the back burner with a note to deal with it later. But what if you have a flat tire? What do you do for a spare? Wanda queried. Well, I'll just have to trust Jesus until I can get it repaired, won't I? Well, I went home and I got ready to go to Hilltop Church, and as I was driving to church, a thought passed through my mind. Could this minor problem with my trunk be a harassment by the evil one to distract me from worship? No, I'm not having any of it. I will focus on the Lord and worship Him and take care of the temporal problems at another time. When I got to church, the worship was beginning, and Ken, I think it was either Ken or Bill, and joined us to declare a shout, which he had us say several times. 1, 2, 3, break!
That's right.
Even though I had many years as a Pentecostal, I also had 42 years as a reserve Presbyterian, and I thought to myself, in my Presbyterian reserve mind, what is Ken doing now? That's a little odd and very strange. But I will humor him and say it even so. 1, 2, 3, break. I said it with the crowd. After church, I went out to get in my car, and for some reason, my trunk opened. Both with the dashboard release and the key fob. Huh? What was that? It's been working ever since. Could it be that shout of victory we did? Well, Ken, you made a believer out of me.
Actually, this is a pre-testimony. I've never believed that I could get words of knowledge before. Like, I just didn't think that's something that God had given me. I've always got words of wisdom for people, but it's been happening lately. God has been like giving me little words of wisdom, like little training nuggets, I would say. I'll just share one of them out of many, but this was really cool. We were driving to San Jose to buy our kids a bunk bed, and in the car, in the truck on the way over, I was by myself in the truck. This whole scene played out in my mind that we were going to pull up, the person was going to come out and see that I was in a truck that had my Works logo on it, and then she was going to say, oh, I love that place, you work there? Yeah, I do. Well, hey, guess what? You can have this bunk bed for free. And that passed through my mind way before we got there. When we got there, that exact thing happened. Yeah. But then it's been happening with like other little things. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, number one, is to acknowledge that I see what you're doing, God. You're training me, and I take it. But number two, I hope to be back up here, I don't know, sooner than later, saying I was able to use a word of knowledge to the glory of God to either get somebody in the presence of Christ or... So, pre-testimony.
Super fast. It's about the summer harvest initiative. I want to share what happened, and I want to encourage you to preach the gospel to kids. We were there, and I was doing henna and a little boy. He was 8. And anyway, he accepted Jesus, and he made it like that. I can feel it. And I told him, what can you feel? And I don't know. I can feel it. Yeah. And anyway, he had an encounter with Jesus, and he heard God's voice there. And after the sister, Barbara was doing henna in the sister, and the sister, he started to share about the gospel with the sister, and they are from Vietnam, and the family is Vietnam, yes. And the family is not Christian, so the girl also had encounter with Jesus and accepted Jesus. She is 14, and so I just want to share this to encourage you go to the next week, and also to share the gospel with the kids show.
Yeah, the other day, actually, the Lord has been speaking to me since I got back from South Africa. He gave me a word, and he was like, Rochelle, I'm shifting what you're doing, and it's going to have a new focus. And I want you to focus in on worship. Like, I want you to study about worship. I want you to worship. There's something that I'm going to release in the sound in Santa Cruz, and I need you to be on point with what's happening. And like, for me, that was not on my radar. That's not anything I ever thought I would be going after. And so I was like, okay, Lord, like, it was so strong of an encounter that I knew that it was the Lord speaking. And so I come back and, like, you know, just by myself, like, I'm just worshiping God. And I'm like, in my head and in my heart, just like, this is really dumb. Like, I can't believe, like, I don't understand this. And I was like, God, I know what you said, but if you really want me to do this, can you confirm it? Because he's been telling me, he's like, I want you to get a keyboard. So I'm like looking at keyboards and prices and stuff like that, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, okay, God, we got a problem. And so I was like, I need you to confirm, like, if you want me to do this, I need a mega confirmation right now. I need money to buy a keyboard. And then I leave it at that. And 30 minutes later, I get a notification on my phone. I look at it, and it's PayPal. And I love those notifications. And I'm like, oh. And I look, and a friend of mine who's never sent me money before sends me money. And he sends me a message. He says, all of a sudden, you're just really on my heart. And God would not leave me alone. He said, I needed to send you money right now, and I'm supposed to start supporting you and sending you more money over this month. This is just the amount that I had right now. I was like, okay. And then right after that, I get another message from another person about some more support. And then the next day, I get a check for over $300. So I think God's saying something. So yeah, like, God, if you ask him, the word says, ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. If you are all about God, he's all about you. If you are seeking him and his will, he's going to make it come to pass in your life and open every door of possibility so that you can enter into it.